Our live team coverage here tonight centers on how the fight against the epidemic is evolving in the justice system as well as the medical community.
Yeah, and to start, ABC 57's Sarah Best is live at Michiana Spine in Mishawaka. And Sarah, the doctors that you talked to say they discovered the pills that they're prescribing for pain management are kind of a gateway to drug abuse. Now they're doing their part to try to make it right, but this is not an easy issue to tackle.
Colleen, it's not. When Dr. Todd Graham was shot and killed exactly 3 months ago, that tragedy influenced different agencies to fight it together. And we've shared part of that story in the past. But tonight, I'm taking a deeper dive. I sat down with 5 local doctors as they shared their knowledge, their facts, and shared their fears, all in hopes of finding a solution.
This is a problem that affects all of us. It crosses all racial boundaries and well-to-do people and people that are destitute. It affects everyone. So I think it's something that really is stark.
In 2015, more than 1 in 3 Americans were prescribed an opiate for pain relief. And according to the CDC, a dangerous misuse of those medications brings 1,000 users to the ER every day. So how did we get here? General Surgeon Dr. Mark Thompson says the problem began in the 90s when pain became a vital sign checked during each office visit, just like body temperature or heart rate. And at the same time, a new treatment went on the market, oxycodone.
I think that the idea that opioids weren't addictive could be used safely to treat pain, and this huge awareness of pain was a perfect storm to lead us over-prescribing and over-treating a lot of people with pain.
Those pills given with good intentions, doctors admit have led to deadly consequences.
That me trying to help someone might kill someone, that's something I never anticipated. That keeps me awake at night.
Having a hand in creating even one more addict is their biggest fear. So Michiana physicians are putting themselves on the front lines of the fight. The group has gained traction since August when Dr. Todd Graham, a specialist in physical rehab and pain medicine with South Bend Orthopedics, was gunned down by the husband of a patient asking for opioids.
If you thought that you don't have any patients with addiction problems in your practice, you're probably wrong. It's a problem with a lot of little problems underneath it, and you can't solve it with just addressing one of those pieces.
One of those pieces is over at Michiana Spine. It specializes in helping patients live with chronic pain.
Pain patients are real patients. There are family members, our friends, our neighbors, our parents, and they deserve good quality health care.
In moderation, they see opioids as a valuable tool for treatment, one they aren't willing to give up.
We're not intimidated, but we are concerned. When you see this amount of deaths going on, you see a colleague being shot, it makes you think we need to make sure that we're making the best judgments we can, and we have to be aware that there's other consequences to our judgments.
But Dr. Kevin Drew tells me sometimes those judgment calls can be tricky.
Our biggest enemy is not the addict. Our biggest enemy is the criminal, what's called a diverter.
Since opening his office 17 years ago, he's called police on 10 different occasions. Most recently, just days before that office confrontation turned deadly for Dr. Graham.
And I had just had a very similar experience to him.
Drew explains the story's shocking similarities.
His spouse was really pressing me hard about writing medications. And I was like, no, I don't think we should. And I'm talking to the patient. And this guy over here is going more and more bonkers and really making himself adamant. I remember looking at him and thinking, why are you so bothered by this?
Turning a blind eye is the easy way out, according to Dr. Drew.
It takes 20 seconds to write, 20 minutes not to write. And when you're getting behind on a day, you start thinking, where can I make up some time? I can just write this and go on to the next patient. And we need to have a little more fortitude to not.
The docs are trying to make that a state law now, to check a patient's history before prescribing.
How can we work better as a team to address all of the needs of that patient so that they can make that recovery a reality for themselves and ultimately, to a certain extent, stay out of the legal system as well.
That includes working with the legal system. St. Joseph County Prosecutor Ken Cotter has joined the team too, talking to over 60 local doctors in different branches of practice. And Cotter knows this is not easy.
This won't end. That also is encouraging for me. I think that our community is now committed that we are going to address this. Are we going to fix it? I can't answer that. I don't have a crystal ball. But we're going to keep addressing this, and having these very intelligent and very committed people wanting to address it is incredibly encouraging.
And the commitment to change, of course, extends far beyond the medical community. It's also being done in the court system, with judges now joining the fight as well. Our coverage continues with ABC 57's Jess Arnold. She's live downtown outside of the St. Joseph County Courthouse. Jess.